Have you ever watched a flock of birds soaring together, perfectly synchronized, until suddenly something startles them and they scatter in chaos? This powerful image mirrors one of life's most heartbreaking realities: how quickly family unity can shatter when pride and foolish arguments take root. In the book of Proverbs, ancient wisdom tells us that the beginning of strife is like letting out water, so quit before the quarrel breaks out. These words, penned by King Solomon, reflect his deep understanding of human nature and the devastating impact of unresolved conflict. Today, we'll explore a profound story about how small cracks in family relationships can widen into chasms that seem impossible to bridge. Picture a close-knit family blessed with abundance and success. The parents have worked tirelessly to build a prosperous household, teaching their children the values of hard work, faith, and unity. Their home buzzes with laughter and shared meals, much like a nest full of fledgling birds, safe and secure under their parents' watchful care. But as the children grow older, subtle tensions emerge. The eldest son begins to resent his younger sister's academic achievements. The middle child feels overlooked and withdraws into silence. The youngest daughter, sensing the growing discord, attempts to play peacemaker, but inadvertently creates more friction. Like birds jostling for position on a branch, each family member begins to assert their own interests above the family's collective well-being. The situation reaches a breaking point during a family gathering. What begins as a minor disagreement over inheritance escalates into a full-blown argument. Harsh words are exchanged, old wounds are reopened, and years of unspoken grievances pour out like a flood. The once unified family splinters apart, each member retreating to their own corner, nursing their hurt pride. The Bible teaches us that a house divided against itself cannot stand. This wisdom echoes through the ages, reminding us that family unity is both precious and fragile. Like a flock of birds scattered by a sudden storm, this family now finds themselves separated not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. Months pass, and the silence between family members grows deeper. Holiday celebrations become complicated negotiations of who will attend and who will stay away. The parents watch helplessly as their children drift further apart, their hearts heavy with the weight of unresolved conflict. The family's story spreads through their community, serving as a cautionary tale of how pride can destroy what love has built. The book of Ecclesiastes reminds us that two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. This family, once strong in their unity, now experiences the bitter truth of these words as they struggle alone with their individual challenges. In time, a family crisis forces them to confront their situation. The father falls seriously ill, and suddenly the petty arguments that seemed so important fade into insignificance. Like scattered birds instinctively returning to their nest during a storm, the family begins to recognize their need for each other. The journey toward reconciliation is not easy. It requires each family member to examine their heart, acknowledge their role in the conflict, and take steps toward healing. The Bible teaches that love covers over a multitude of sins, and gradually, this family learns to choose love over pride, forgiveness over resentment. The process of rebuilding trust is like watching scattered birds slowly return to their flock. It begins with small gestures, a phone call here, a shared meal there. Each act of humility and reconciliation strengthens the family bonds that pride had nearly destroyed. They learn that true strength lies not in proving oneself right, but in preserving the precious gift of family unity. As their relationships heal, they discover a deeper appreciation for each other and the importance of maintaining family bonds. They establish new patterns of communication, learning to address conflicts before they escalate. Like birds that fly stronger together than alone, they realize that their differences can actually strengthen their family when approached with love and understanding. This story serves as a powerful reminder that family unity is worth fighting for. The Bible tells us to make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. In our modern world, where individualism often trumps family ties, this ancient wisdom remains profoundly relevant. Just as scattered birds eventually find their way back to the flock, families can heal from the wounds of discord. It requires humility, forgiveness, and a willingness to put relationships above personal pride. The choice lies before us. Will we let foolish strife scatter our families like frightened birds, or will we work to maintain the unity that gives us strength?